When a federal employee passes away, there are several benefits that may be paid out to his or her survivors. However, the process of identifying and collecting those benefits can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. This video is designed to help both federal employees and the survivors of federal employees know what benefits they may be entitled to, and we're going to cover the steps that one should take to claim survivor benefits, which can help families better understand what to expect when you or a loved one dies. That's coming up, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Jerrell Harvey with Fedway Financial, and this is the Money Briefing. If you're new to this channel, we cover topics related to personal finance, federal benefits, and retirement planning. So if you find this video helpful, please consider sharing and subscribing. Survivor benefits is a subject that can sometimes be uncomfortable to think about or talk about. But understanding these benefits in advance can help families better plan and prepare for the loss of a loved one. For FERS employees, survivor benefits can vary based on several factors, such as employment status, length of federal service, and survivor relationship. Typically, survivor benefits are available to a spouse, a former spouse, or children of a federal employee. For the purposes of this video, we're going to mostly focus on benefits that may be available to a surviving spouse, since benefits to a former spouse could differ based on court orders, and FERS benefits to children could be offset by Social Security benefits. In fact, in most cases, a child may not receive any FERS benefit due to the size of their Social Security benefit. So, in the first half of this video, I want to give a brief overview of 5 of the most common FERS benefits that a widow or widower may get after their spouse passes away. Then, in the second half, I'm going to discuss some of the steps to claim those different benefits. The first benefit that I want to highlight is the basic employee death benefit. If a federal employee has at least 18 months of civilian service and is still employed with the government when he or she dies, their surviving spouse may be eligible to receive a basic employee death benefit that is equal to 50% of the employee's final salary or average salary if it's higher. Plus, the survivor will get a payout of nearly $40,300. This extra payment is the approved amount for 2023, but this amount does adjust for inflation, so it's likely to be higher in future years. Spouses have the option to receive the basic employee death benefit as one lump sum or in 36 monthly installments. If the installment option is selected, the spouse can later have the remaining balance paid out in a lump sum. Another common survivor benefit is the monthly survivor annuity. If a federal employee has at least 10 years of federal service, his or her spouse may receive a monthly check that is equal to 50% of the pension the employee would have been entitled to had they been at retirement age. Additionally, the survivor annuity is eligible for cost of living increases, regardless of the age of the survivor. The monthly annuity generally continues for life unless the spouse remarries before age 55. However, if the couple was married for at least 30 years, the spouse can remarry before age 55 and still receive the monthly benefit. The third survivor benefit is FEHB coverage. Survivors can continue to receive health insurance through FEHB if they meet 2 stipulations. 1, they must be entitled to a basic employee death benefit or a monthly survivor benefit. And 2, they must be covered under the spouse's FEHB plan at the time of death. If the surviving spouse is the only remaining person on the health plan, the coverage will automatically convert to a self-only plan, which would lower future premium costs. Additionally, survivors receive the same government contribution as active employees, and the spouse's share of the premium is normally withheld from his or her monthly annuity. If the survivor is not entitled to an annuity, or if the annuity is not sufficient to cover the cost, the survivor can pay the premium amount directly to OPM. A fourth common benefit that survivors receive is FEGLI life insurance. In most cases, survivors receive a payout of basic insurance, which is equal to the federal employee's annual salary rate rounded up to the nearest 1,000 plus 2,000. Basic insurance also provides an extra benefit to employees who are under age 45. As you can see in the chart, this extra benefit doubles the amount of basic insurance when a federal employee dies at age 35 or younger. The extra benefit decreases 10% each year until there's no extra benefit at age 45 and over. In addition to basic FEGLI, some survivors may receive a payout from Option A and Option B insurance coverage. Option A provides $10,000 of insurance, while Option B provides 1 to 5 multiples of an employee's basic pay, rounded up to the next 1,000. If a federal employee dies by accidental means, the survivor may also receive accidental death benefits that are equal to the basic insurance amount. Accidental death benefits are also available with Option A. And the fifth benefit that a surviving spouse may receive is the employee's Thrift Savings Plan, or TSP. The funds in the TSP will be deposited into a beneficiary participant account in the spouse's name. The money in this account will be invested just as it was in the employee's account, except for any money that may be invested in the mutual fund window. Money from the mutual fund window will be reinvested in TSP funds according to the current investment election on file. But a surviving spouse can later change and reallocate the investment funds in the account. The spouse can also take full or partial withdrawals from the account or transfer the money to an IRA or eligible employer plan. The money in a beneficiary participant account is not subject to federal income tax until it's withdrawn. Additionally, any outstanding loans will be declared as taxable income to the employee's estate because survivors cannot repay an existing loan. So we've covered 5 of the common benefits that surviving spouses may receive. Now, let's transition to discuss some of the things that a spouse needs to do to claim those benefits. One of the first things a survivor needs to do is contact the personnel office of the federal agency where the employee worked. If the spouse is not sure where to start or who to reach, there's a benefits officer database for all the federal agencies listed on the OPM website. To claim the basic employee death benefit, the monthly survivor annuity, and to ensure that FEHB coverage is continued, the survivor would need to complete Standard Form 3104, which is the application for death benefits for employees, former employees, and retirees who are covered under FERS. The application has specific steps and directions to help guide the person through the form. If the deceased was an active employee at the time of death, the widow or widower will also have to work with their spouse's last employer to complete Standard Form 3104B as in Bravo. Once completed, both applications as well as any requested attachments should be sent to the appropriate person or team in the agency where the employee last worked. For most of this video, we've been primarily reviewing the benefits and the process for active employees, but the survivors of federal retirees are eligible to receive some of the same benefits, and the process for claiming those benefits is pretty similar, but there are a few minor differences between the two. For one, the survivor should contact OPM to report the passing of a retired federal employee. This can be done in a few ways. The survivor can fill out the online form. They can email OPM at retire@opm.gov, or they can call the OPM offices directly. The survivor will also have to complete Standard Form 3104, but instead of filling out Standard Form 3104B, the survivor needs to complete Standard Form 3104A as in Alpha and return those forms to OPM. Survivor spouses who are claiming benefits for themselves and on behalf of children should just file one application. Also, while completing the application for death benefits, some other documents that may be needed are death certificates, marriage certificates, children's birth certificates, military discharge certificates, and court papers outlining specific determinations. Once the survivor reports the death to the employing agency or OPM, depending on the last work status of the deceased, the survivor can also contact the Office of Federal Employees Group Life Insurance, which is commonly known as FEGLI. This private entity processes and pays claims under the FEGLI program. If a survivor is entitled to life insurance death benefits under the FEGLI program from either a federal employee or a retiree, they will need to complete Form FE-6. Once completed, this form and any supporting documents will need to be sent to FEGLI for processing. Lastly, for TSP benefits, the employing agency will contact the Thrift Savings Plan when an employee dies while still actively employed in the federal government. However, if the person was retired or separated from federal service, the survivor should contact the TSP through one of the Thrift Line service options, and they can further assist the survivor with any additional steps or forms that may need to be completed. The 5 benefits that we reviewed, as well as the steps to secure or maintain those benefits, are important in helping families transition after the loss of a loved one. If you received any value from this video, please click the like button. You can also subscribe to our channel to get more content like this. Additionally, if you have any comments or questions about personal finance, federal benefits, or retirement planning, you can add them down in the comment section below, or you can contact us and email us at ask@fedwayfinancial.com. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next Money Briefing.